Hi, hello, and welcome, traders. Hey, it's Thursday, February 20th, 2025. Thought I'd just share a short update tonight. So this will be a short video, although I'll probably always say that, and it ends up being 30 minutes or something. But we'll keep it short tonight. But I wanted to talk about a couple options trades that I'm seeing out there, but I really want to talk about a couple stocks. And let's just jump into it right now. Let's not beat around the bush. I want to talk about Palantir, which I hate stocks. Okay, but there's a handful of stocks that I do like out there that I will trade, which is Amazon, Nvidia, Tesla, pretty much those three. Outside of that, there's still other good stocks potentially. I just don't like the volatility of stocks, and you saw some of this the last 2 days with Palantir. So I'm just going to give you my take. I'm sure I'm going to get all kinds of comments from all the Palantir fanatics out there because I don't love your stock as much as you love your stock, and it's fine. Okay. If you've been in it for the long haul and you've been in it since it was at 20 or 30, great job. Okay. Fantastic stuff. Okay. I can't, there's nothing I can say. It's great. However, if you've gotten in this thing at 100, 110, 120, thinking this thing was going up to 1,000 or something this year, okay, yeah, you're not probably feeling too good. Now, I haven't seen too many of the Palantir wheelers posting, but I'm sure we'll see again how you can make $10,000 a day wheeling Palantir or some crazy thing like that. But I want to say first, I like the company. I think Palantir is a great company. I think Alex Karp is a great CEO. I think it's a great company. I think they do a really good job. I think having the U.S. government as a main client is a little bit less enthusiastic about that than I was about a month ago. However, I think they're safe even with budget cuts by the DOJ or Department of Defense, I should say, by the DOD. I don't think software is getting cut like potentially planes and tanks and other types of equipment like that. So I don't really think Palantir is going to be too affected by budget cuts, but you never know. I think they're increasing their commercial sector, which I think is great. Okay, so again, a good company, no problems on that at all. However, the valuation is absolutely stupid. Okay, it's ridiculous. It makes no sense. I can't buy it here. I can't buy it on this 25% dip that it just had. Let's take a quick look at this thing. I'm not saying that it's not a good company, so don't tell me that it's going to 9,000 tomorrow, okay? Because you know what? I'm sure it probably could. Okay, so, but I don't really care. Okay, I'm going to give you my take on this thing. Okay, this was not a giant panic sell, folks. So I saw some YouTubers out there today talking about you got to buy it here. This is the greatest entry ever. That was panicked, ridiculous selling. Shouldn't have even happened. You know what? No, it was pretty orderly yesterday. There was no big gap. It just sold off on news of potential budget cuts by the Department of Defense and Alec Karp changing a little bit of the sell plans that they have there and selling some more shares. In fact, he changed the plan though that allowed him to sell more to letting him sell less, which is actually kind of bullish. But I still don't think all that was the reason. The reason was the thing is stupidly overvalued, people. And that's really the simple part of it. It doesn't mean it's not bouncing, not going up. Would I jump in here and back up the truck and mortgage my house and sell my children? Probably not. Okay. And again, I'll probably get all kinds of comments on this thing. You've got a big gap to fill here. We didn't fill very much of it today, but we orderly sold off yesterday. Nice and orderly. No big gaps, nothing. Good. Yesterday, we moved it from 125 down to about 112. All right, great. So we dropped 13 points on 125. So we're down 10%. Big deal. Nowhere near enough to get me even remotely excited to want to enter it here yet. If we're looking at MACD, it's been rolling over now for about 6 or 7 days. So you can see it's starting to stall out here. We're above the 3 ATR band. We're right at the top of the Bollinger Band, which is flattening out. You're overbought on RSI, and now it's starting to dip down the last couple of days. Stochastic momentum is turning down. The weekly chart here, you're well above the 3 ATR and the Bollinger Band at the beginning of the week. We're now getting down into that. MACD is starting to roll over. RSI is overbought and dipping. Can it stay overbought? Well, yeah, look at this thing. It's been overbought since basically August of 24 all the way till now. So this thing's been overbought for a long period of time. Okay. Doesn't mean it can't go higher. It certainly can. Am I making a rational decision here? I absolutely am. And here's why. Okay. I don't think this is anywhere near enough. I think this, even if it fills this gap, I don't know that it's enough to bring it down. You're probably not going to like it here. I thought this was a good setup in here for this thing to move higher. As a trade, good idea. As an investment, not so much for me. Okay, so I think trading it is a better way to play it than investing in it right now. But if you've got shares and you own it at some price below 100 or probably below 80, I think you're fantastic. Okay, so below 80, I think it's not a bad deal. It's not worth 80 either. It's probably only really intrinsically worth 40. Okay? But it's going to get a premium multiple because it's now basically a meme growth stock. But it's got a PE of 563. It's got a PE of 10 times that of Nvidia. So the PE of 10 times Nvidia. Which stock would you rather own? Do you want Palantir at 563 times earnings, okay, which means the price is way out of line, or would you like to see yourself into potentially Nvidia at a 55 PE, which is still lofty, but a good growth rate out there nonetheless? Is Nvidia going to keep growing at 100% a year? I don't know. Is Palantir? I don't know, but at 500 times, I don't really think so. Okay. And then if I'm looking at Tesla, that's got a PE of 173. Okay. This is still too high, in my opinion. Okay. It's had a high multiple, it's gotten beat up, and it's still at 173. Okay. Taking a look at other stocks, Meta. This stock is great. And you know what the PE is on Meta? 28. Nice pullback to the 21-day moving average. Okay. Can it go lower? Yeah, it looks the same as Palantir here, where it's been overbought and it's rolling over and it stopped at the 21-day moving average, just like Palantir did. Okay, which had everyone's, oh, look at the big reversal today. Yes, it was a reversal today. We'll see if there's follow through tomorrow. In the after hours session, it's down another 2 points. Okay, so some people bought on this move, and it's at the 21 EMA, which is not a bad spot necessarily for a swing trade. But if you don't get follow through tomorrow, it's just a gap down, and you got to give this thing a couple days to settle. I'd like to see it fill this gap into the 80s, where I would then consider selling puts. I am not buying anything here. It's too overvalued for me to buy. Will I miss out on it? Maybe. Okay, I'm okay with that. My account's up 8% this year. I'm fine, and I'm not in Palantir. So I wasn't in Palantir before. I'm not in it now. If I've missed out on all kinds of money, then I've missed out. But I can't break my principles in here. And for me to invest in a stock that's acting like a meme stock with a 563 PE, I think it's bananas. Okay. So if I love the company, like I said, I hate the stock price where it is now. I want it to come lower. And if you thought that this was a pullback that was based on some bad data about the Department of Defense budget cuts and CARP's selling plan, no, this is people getting out of this stock because they're taking profits, folks. Okay, this is an institutional day. Then it gapped down today on the retailers, and then some retailers pushed it back up. Okay. Can it go higher tomorrow? Absolutely. Maybe it rebounds, goes back to all-time highs. Okay, I'm okay missing out on that move. There's other stocks out there, but I prefer something that's a little more reasonably valued, like Nvidia, that's had a big rebound. Now I would expect this will pull back a little bit before it makes some new highs. We're heading into earnings. Anything can happen on Nvidia. Tesla, I think, is a good deal, but this thing has been rolling over a bit here, heading lower. I think it's just got to be patient. Now, I did add a leap here. Why? Well, this thing has dropped from 480 to 350. And I sold leaps yesterday, and I think I shared these anyway with you. Okay, I sold Leaps at a 190. Okay, you can't even see 190 on the charts except over here at the 200-day weekly moving average, okay, which is getting towards an overbought level. So Tesla, there we go. Amazon, I really like Amazon, and Amazon's sitting at a 40 PE. Okay. Why is it down right now? Well, Walmart didn't have very good guidance for retailers out there, which means Amazon is probably taking a little heat based upon the Walmart news today. It didn't hold the 50-day moving average, but it is at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. I think if you're buying something and you want to sell Leaps, selling something that's at the bottom of the Bollinger Band with a 40 PE that's going to grow and is a dominant player in its industry, where MACD is overextended to the downside, stochastic momentum is oversold, and RSI is down here around 41. That versus Palantir, which is still highly valued, but rolling over in from an overbought territory. Yes, back down to the 21, a huge gap to fill, nowhere near the bottom of the Bollinger Band, which is at 65. Okay, it's at 104, 106. Okay, 65 is the bottom of the Bollinger Band. This is not time to get in. Well, I missed a play. It might be, I might miss it, but I'm okay with that. You know what I am trading and I am doing? I am in TLT. Okay. I like what I see out of bonds here. Okay. So if I'm looking at the bond trade, bonds have been beat up. Are they going to rock it up? No, but I'm not a option buyer. I'm an option seller. I'm looking for set to sell premium. I saw somebody today saying, well, you can do the safe money on Palantir and sell like the 96s or the 99s. The 99s, the thing's at 104. Okay. It dropped 25 points in 2 days. Okay. I don't think 99 is safe on Palantir. Okay. I'm not even sure 80 is safe on Palantir. It may be, but I'm not taking a trade to sell naked puts, okay, on Palantir and own that thing here. It's not worth it to me. But I would sell, okay, naked puts, and I'm selling Strangles on TLT. Okay. In here, I'm earning on both sides. It's sideways trending. It's a perfect setup for Strangles. We're making money on this thing like crazy. Uh, and if I'm looking at my bond trades, they're all doing fantastically well. We're making 20, 30% in less than a week or a week and a half, something like that. So we're doing really well, and we're not having to break our principles and trade something, okay, that looks like Palantir does. Again, love the company, hate the stock price right now. If it pulls back, I will absolutely be selling uh, naked puts on this company. I would love to own it for the long term. I have missed the run. I'm okay with that. I do not have FOMO, and I'm not going to FOMO in here for sure. And I'm not going to join the masses at trying to get in at 104 to 106. I could be wrong. Okay. I'm going to stay out of it. I'm going to see if it sells down further so I can get a better deal on this company because I would like to own it. I'd love to have it in my portfolio. I think it can do some great things. I'm still not buying it in here. Okay. So there's my take on Palantir. Take it or leave it. Okay. Love it or hate it. Doesn't matter. I like something like an Amazon at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. I like something like Nvidia that's been pulling back. Now, this is not at the bottom of its Bollinger Band, so it could get some more selling. So we'll be a little patient. And I like something like Tesla that was recently near the bottom of its Bollinger Band as well. And if you look at Google, it's not at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, but it's pretty doggone close. And it's really holding this support in here. And Google has an even lower PE. In fact, what is the PE on Google? Here, if I'm looking really quickly on Google, the PE is 24. Okay. So I think you have good opportunities to get into some quality companies at this point in time, but I'm going to stick to what I do best, and that's trading mostly futures and indexes. I'll trade a few high quality stocks, stuff that you'll see right on this list over here: Amazon, Meta, Nvidia, Tesla. And then there's Microsoft, Google, Apple, Amazon, Apple, and Palantir. These are the second tier. The first four are my core four that I like the most. The rest of these are decent companies. I'd like to see Hood chill out a bit. It's chilling out. Is it time to get in? I don't know. But again, another great company that is just too overvalued, just too expensive for me. I think with the markets where they are, the volatility we're seeing in the markets, Hood's got a PE of 36. I would take a shot at this 36 PE on Robinhood here. Okay. Let's see if we break the 21, which overnight we're already selling off more on this thing. So it could be going down more. Hims, bananas. Okay. Can you get into Hims right now? Well, with all these other options, is this really the best play? It's got 153 PE. Okay. Yes, gross.com. I get it. Anyway, let me keep it short for you guys because I know I'm starting to go long on this thing. I just want you to understand, okay, a little bit about the way I look at things. It doesn't mean I hate the company and I'm mad at all the people that make. No, congratulations if you made money on it. I think it's silly to think that this thing goes only straight up and never pulls back. And I don't think this pullback's enough. Okay. I think Palantir is totally overvalued in there. Could be a great growth stock, a great company, but not at 500 plus PE. You bring that thing down into the 150 range, which even sounds like crazy. Okay. It's still four times overvalued from where it is. I think you got to get this thing down into the 80s and 70s. If it never gets there, we miss out on it. It's okay. Plenty of other trades. All right. If you disagree, all good. If you agree, all good. I'm just trying to give you some perspective on things and look where different trades are. I'm going to keep trading my plan. I'm not FOMOing over everybody else, and I'm not jumping on some kind of crazy bandwagon. And I'm not going to tell you to get into something here that I think would murder you for the long term. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a great evening. If you like this video, click the like button down below. If you're not a subscriber, jump in, subscribe. There's my take. Have a great evening, folks. Stay safe. Bye-bye.